Nice badge.
Keep an eye on the elevator. I'm gonna go wait for forensics.
Okay. Let me know when they get here.
Excuse me.
Message from the sheriff. Prince asked more for 5 reports. If I can't bring back their author, I must bring back the reports at least. I'll know them when I see them. Special Agent Smith.
The FBI! Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Don't worry.
I'll finish here and then I'm on my way.
Free. You're gonna be okay.
Lieutenant Anderson, I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith. Is that some kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room, but I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy named Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the US, no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head. We're waiting on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know.
The blow came from behind. There's almost no blood left in him. The injury was post-mortem, and the body must have been lying down. The flesh is burnt around the bullet hole, over a wide area. He was shot at point-blank range. No doubt about it. A signet ring with a beaver on it. Moore went to MIT. There's a retainer here somewhere. My ship ended up at the bottom of the sea as well. Like my other lives. Mr. Adams?
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Sir, listen to me. You had nothing to do with this. You did the right thing.
He was bleeding. I saw him.
I know. And you did the right thing. You offered to help.
He didn't answer. How could I have known?
You called the police. There was nothing more you could do. That's not your fault.
What should I have done?
You tried everything.
Are you sure? Yes, I did everything I could. You're right. What do you want to know?
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's, Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
What do you mean by acting tough?
More than once I overheard them talking to Mr. Moore, like they were his boss. The world upside down.
They worked for us, just like your dear Mr. Moore.
I hope they won't find another job anytime soon.
I imagine the girl left with her mother?
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff, and is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think she could have been having an affair?
She's a very respectable woman who loves her husband very much. I don't know what sick kind of world you live in.
And you would certainly not like to find out.
They had their ups and downs, just like any couple. The staff had noticed that she went to Costa Rica fairly often without her husband.
Was she thinking of leaving him?
Not at all. Just the opposite. She begged him to spend more time with her and their daughter.
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. A newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes.
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m.? Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those two goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions. I warned you, Jason. God, did I warn you? We destroy all that we touch. My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns. Lydia was killed. It's not pretty. Beryl, will you ever change? I understand better now. The prince asked more for a complete report on the members of the Primogen. Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag, in a hurry to leave.
Damn it, Lydia. I can't do it without you. If you could just see June. I can't tell anyone. I'm not gonna make it. I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. I should have left. The three of us should have gone. Stayed at Pura Vida the way you wanted. I'm so sorry for what they did to you. I'll always love you, Lydia. Forgive me. Forgive me.
What are you playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the council.
Why would the council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
What's that file you've got?
Oh, an account file. Have it. Here you go.
Okay. Let's see how much she knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my mission.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
What I've got. Of course, sir. Here. That's everything.
You made the right choice. Tell me exactly what they asked you to do.
I got a message at 2:20 telling me to go to this address. I was supposed to pick up more and some financial documents. After that, I was supposed to wait for further instructions.
Read the message you received.
Target, Jason Moore. Address, 200 Clarendon Street, top floor. Exfiltrate target if possible. Otherwise, final elimination. Destroy Katapata's files. Complete mission for further instructions.
If I had gotten to Moore before you did...
I would have had to take him out.
Well, you could have tried. Well...
I hope I'm not going to have any trouble.
But there's no point in having two of us here.
You're going to go home now.
Very well, Mr. Bazori.
A safe. Now we just have to find the code. There was a lot of money involved. We're not going to get a return on our investment anytime soon. A thank you letter from Fortress Security after the installation of a system for more. Maybe he kept it for reference.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. Hey, they didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant, part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
He?
What?
You said he must have been in a hurry. You're saying it was a man?
Oh, no, it just slipped out without thinking. It could have been a woman. Do you think it was the murderer?
We're not sure of anything at this point. I've got a few questions. And you said there was an accident near the exit?
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right?
Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry. Let me know if you have any other questions.
Hilda's planned for everything, even her eventual end.
Hello, Mr. Bazori.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Is it just me, or are you pals with all the cops around here?
Let's just say I'm pretty intuitive. You know what I mean. In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a hell of a reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody. The name's Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood. I spent years hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
What are you doing here, then?
I thought it was a pretty cushy gig. It leaves me with a lot of spare time, even while I'm on the job. And it also means I can live at night.
Do the Kindred know you exist?
Yeah. I followed the rules, but the prince told me he never wanted to see me again, so I try not to make waves. I try to help out, here and there. I'm hoping someone will notice one day, and I'll be allowed to become a true kindred.
That's not very likely, if you ask me. I hope it works out for you.
I'm doing what I can. Actually, if you could put a word in with the prince, I'd be eternally grateful.
I don't get involved in that kind of thing.
Of course, obviously. But seeing as how I'm already working for your child, Mr. Underwood, I thought that maybe...
You work for Beryl?
Yes, I also work at a red salon, a couple of hours each day.
What do you do there, exactly?
Cleaning, mostly.
Who created you?
His name was Victor, but he died last year.
Are you involved in what happened up there?
Not at all. I swear. I've got a sweet job here. I'd never risk it.
Did you see the bodyguards today?
James came by earlier this evening to move Mr. Moore's car, but I haven't seen them since.
Hey, what kind of cooks have you got in your trunk?
Oh, I see you've found my little treats. I haven't got much there. There have been a lot of orders lately.
I must still have some of that rust elixir left.
How do you open the dumpsters in the garbage room?
What dumpster?
The dump... Are you toying with me?
No, but the cops already looked. There's nothing there.
Open it.
Mr. Missouri, I promise you won't find anything there. And I can't open it anyway. It's for staff only. Why do you want to go through the trash anyway?
It's none of your business, damn it. What's your deal, Wyatt?
There's no deal. I'd even be happy to help you.
Listen,
we're just gonna forget this conversation ever happened, and...
Excuse me? You didn't just try to corrupt my memories, did you?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Mr. Missouri. I shouldn't have. I know. How can I make it up to you?
You can start by not wasting my time. I hate that.
Yes, but it's just that you've got to understand. I've got good reasons.
What reasons?
You're not gonna like what I've been doing. I'm sure.
Open it now.
Just promise me you won't touch anything. Some of my stuff is in there. Please, don't touch it.
Your little shenanigans are the least of my worries. Do you think I came all the way here just to empty your cupboards?
no, of course not. But...
You know who you're talking to. Do you really think a thin blood like yourself could have anything at all that would be of value to me? That includes your very existence.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I know. I'm sorry.
All right. It's open.
Wouldn't you rather tell me what you're hiding in there?
Well, I cook a little. A guy's got to survive. I don't have to tell you that. I don't make a whole lot of money here.
What do you cook?
Oh, a little of everything. But I've got all my stuff in there. And there's some pretty rare ingredients.
Rare?
Yeah. And kinda illegal, too.
Such as?
In some recipes, well, I use vials of kindred's blood, for instance.
Whose blood?
Well, it depends on what I can find.
Okay, but what have you got right now, exactly?
If I tell you, can it stay just between us?
You're not fucking going to start again.
Okay. Okay, I managed to obtain some of Quentin King's blood.
Where did you find King's blood?
You can find anything on the black market, you know.
So you're not sure it's actually his blood?
Yes, it is. I had it tested. And when I used it in one of my formulas, the effects were off the charts. It took me a week to come down, and I still don't know if it was real. That guy was something else. One more thing, boss.
Don't call me that.
I hope we'll meet again, Mr. Missouri.
Oh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Woo. If it was a bodyguard who died in the lobby, where the hell is Moore?
Jason, so that's where you were hiding.
Huh?
What the...
Good evening, Jason.
Mr. Bazori, how did you...
Maybe think about letting us know the next time you build a private bunker.
It's just that...
She sent me to find you.
No. Not now. She found out about everything, didn't she?
I don't understand anything you just said, but get up. We're going.
I can't. I absolutely have to catch a plane tonight.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm begging you. Please, just let me go.
So you were at the reunification party tonight?
Yeah. Beryl asked me to go. You were supposed to partner with the Hartford Chantry. And he absolutely wanted me to be there. To reassure them on all the financial aspects.
This much I knew already.
I made sure to be seen to show him I came. And I'd planned to leave. When suddenly, they started shooting all over the place. Bullets were flying everywhere. I dropped everything and tried to escape. I must have left my briefcase there, come to think of it. Without the bodyguards you gave me, I would never have managed to escape.
Who attacked us?
No idea. As soon as the shooting started, Jack hid my head under a coat, and we ran as fast as we could to the exit. The only thing I remember are those screams, Mr. Basori. I'd never heard anything like it.
Before we go, what the hell is this mess all over your place?
It's not my fault. I tried to cover up my departure. My bodyguards wanted to take me to the prince, right after the shooting at the party. But I couldn't.
Your flight?
Yeah. I wanted to buy me some time. I pretended I had to get some files that were at my house for the prince. Once I got here, I sent James to my office with my car. Supposedly to pick up some more files there. I killed Wu by taking him by surprise. I cut off his head and threw it down the garbage chute. I put my college class ring on him and gave him my wallet. I'm sorry, Mr. Bazori. I had no choice.
You don't do things halfway, do you? Okay, you've got 3 minutes to explain why you've got to go.
I have to save my daughter.
What do you mean?
I know I'm screwed. But I have to save June. My God. Lydia. Please forgive me.
I saw the picture of your wife.
Those bastards slaughtered her. Because of me. They told me to get the files on all of your organization's accounts. I didn't mean to betray you. I've done nothing. A few days later, I got that picture.
Who contacted you?
She had nothing to do with this.
Jason, stay with me. Who asked you for access to the accounts of all the domain's members?
I don't know. At first, I thought it was you. I mean, one of you. It could be the Hartford Chantry. Or the Anarchs.
Where are you flying to?
Hong Kong.
Do you know what they were planning to do with our files?
Not at all. But they insisted on the banking files. For all your accounts.
Why?
I've got no idea. I'm trying to figure out who would be interested. I know a lot of secrets. They asked me to wire money. I didn't want to, Mr. Bazori. I swear, I didn't want to. But they've got June.
Where's June?
They've got her too. My little June. They kidnapped her 3 days ago.
But we must have had some of our guys keeping tabs on her. And nobody reported a kidnapping that I know of.
The principal took her to the front gate in the middle of the afternoon. And doesn't have a clue as to why she did it. That's one of your tricks. I've seen you do it before.
Except that I doubt it was one of us. We've wasted enough time here. Get up.
I'm not going to be able to go with you, Mr. Bazzori. I've lost too much blood. I'm having a hard time staying conscious.
I must take you back to the prince. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
I'm begging you. I've always refused. I want to stay free.
I'm not really giving you a choice. Drink. That's enough.
June will die if you don't let me go.
Stay behind me. Stay behind me.
Oh, Agent Smith. Wait, is that Jason Moore? You found him? Oh, we gotta get to the...
fine, officer. I'll take care of him.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah.
Sorry.
You've never seen us.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Stay close.
Hey, stop! Don't move! Put your hands behind your head, damn it! On the ground! I'm gonna shoot!
That's enough, officer.
My head.
Don't
Wait,
you move
hands on your head.
Hands behind your head!
Let me
I
see
swear
those
to
hands.
God,
Let me
don't you
see
move!
those
I
hands.
said
You
stay
move.
right
Bastard.
where you are! Don't you move! I swear to God!
You got him? Get in the elevator, Jason. Go!
We made it.
Here we go.
We made it. We made it. Mr. Bazzori, let me go. If I come with you, you know what's going to happen.
Get in the car.
And like always, you've completed your mission.
Like always.
Those words don't come from me. You must know what they say about you here.
No, I don't know. Enlighten me.
Well, you have kind of a reputation. It's actually rather flattering.
I've already told you, you can't trust anyone here. Everyone's working an angle.
I have a hard time seeing how saying nice things about you to me could be construed as manipulation.
It's all tactics to get you to let your guard down, or earn a favor. So, you need to be even more careful.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
Don't listen to gossip. Forge your own opinions.
Don't worry about it.
It's not a natural thing here. It takes some experience.
Mens et manus.
Mind and hand.
That's the MIT motto. One of my teachers used to say that the only way to really learn something is by doing it. You have a lot in common with him.
I'm unsure of how I'm supposed to interpret that.
It's a compliment. You didn't tell me what was in those files you gave the prince.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
To make up your own mind about something, the best way is to go to the source. And apparently, Jason Moore is well informed.
I see. You'll have to be patient, Fang.
Do you think your success on the mission could play to our advantage? I mean, for...
The prince will decide your fate when the time comes. Being useful to her can't hurt. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I just want to get it over with. Like when you're going into finals?
Even if there's no going back?
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
It is.
Your child, Beryl Underwood, did he have any second thoughts?
I don't want to discuss it.
He's your only child, so I wondered how it went. Well, could you enlighten me?
Fang, are you sure that's all this is about?
Yes, obviously.
Please, Fang. There can't be any secrets between us. You must tell me everything.
Beryl, he asked me to come see him.
Oh? And did you?
You weren't here. I didn't know I was supposed to stop existing while you were away. We talked about me, my past. I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it.
You must not speak to him again. He is far too unpredictable. That's an order. Beryl. Damn it. I'm going up to see him.
No! He made me swear not to tell you.
You should have thought about that before you accepted his invitation.
A message from Caius. Need you downstairs. Urgent issue. Bad timing. I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius or speak with Beryl.
You wanted to see me?
Happy to see you, Caleb. We don't usually let anybody down here, but I can bend the rules for you.
To what do I owe this honor?
I need you. Something's come up. On the night of the attack, someone sent a message to an unauthorized recipient.
Do you know who it was?
Not now, but I will soon enough. Otherwise, the prince will have my head. Caleb, I need your help. I get the feeling that it's all connected. It's too huge to be a coincidence.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Jara Drory.
You're telling me is extremely serious. I hope you have proof.
If I did, do you think I'd be asking for your help? But I wouldn't accuse her unless I had serious doubts. Think it through carefully. For starters, she's one of the few who knows how the system works.
She'd be able to cover her tracks, wouldn't she?
Maybe. But maybe she made a mistake. There's something else. You brought Moore back here. We learned a lot from him.
Like what?
Did you know he'd been in touch with Jara about his family's disappearance?
What's strange about having contacted her?
Well, it sure didn't seem like she was in a hurry to do anything about it. That's all. I might be reading too much into this, Caleb, but I'd say that under normal circumstances, if the entire family of the guy who handles your money goes missing, it warrants more than I'll look into it.
I don't know. Jara has most likely been destroyed by now.
Do you have any evidence supporting what you're suggesting? Anyways, there's a lot of fishy stuff going on here, and the least we can do is try to understand how it all fits together. In my place, under the current circumstances, I can't really go poking my nose in her business.
And I can.
Nobody will bother you. I'm not asking for much. Just take a look in Jara's room to see if you can find anything that ties her to any of this. And if you could do it quickly.
Why?
Because I'm about to erase a ton of data. It's the Code Red protocol. And since Jara vanished, the prince wants her personal data to disappear along with her. That doesn't give us much time. You in?
I could maybe go and take a look around.
Great. I found a key to her room. Take it.
Thanks.
It's our last chance to recover the data from Jara Drury's computer before everything disappears for good. Just insert this thumb drive and it will download everything I need. If she betrayed us, I'll know.
Fine. I'll go see what I can find.
Thanks. One last thing.
Uh-huh.
If you could keep this just between you and me.
Fine.
And don't come back to see me here. It's supposed to be sealed. It'll look suspicious. I'll send in an engineer after you. Give him the drive when you're done, but don't tell him anything. We have to keep this between us.
As you wish. That should take less than a minute. I hope Caius will be able to use what's on this thumb drive. Jara was conducting her own investigation. There is no way Caius would be expecting that. It appears Caius was wrong. He and Jara may have been looking for the same individual. I think that's everything. Now it's Caius's turn.
Hello, Mr. Vizori. Mr. Leto asked me to wait until you were done. He also told me you'd have something for me.
Here it is. Give it to him, and him alone.
And don't ask any questions. I get it. Are you done here?
You may proceed.
Thanks.
I hope Caius knows what he's doing. Hazel is probably ready to see me now. I won't make her wait.
Caleb.
My prince.
We were expecting you.
How may I be of service to you this time?
One thing at a time. I thought about what happened yesterday. Whoever went after Moore was clearly trying to ruin us. We managed to avoid disaster thanks to you. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Moore won't be of much use to us.
We're going to get rid of him.
He's already lost a lot in this affair. Perhaps we could find another use for him.
No, he's been compromised. I won't change my mind. You're going soft, Caleb. But it's not Moore I'm worried about.
I understand.
Only the Hartford Chantry was aware of our relationship with him. And it's clear the attack didn't come from them.
Then who?
I've suspected as much for a while now. You must feel it too. Someone in the Camarilla is working against us.
A traitor.
It appears so.
Who would dare to do that?
You must have some thoughts about it.
Do you have a name?
I'd like to be able to tell you more, but unfortunately I don't. I'm going to find the culprit. It's my top priority.
What makes you think there's a traitor?
More. The party. The SI. They knew what they were going to find. Dana Lehane was sent to clean up by someone. All roads lead to one conclusion.
It is certainly disturbing.
I admire your calm. I tend to qualify it as a disaster.
I understand, but we'll make it through this.
My faithful servant. With you by my side, we at least stand a chance. I wouldn't expect anything less of you, Caleb. Failure is a luxury we will soon be unable to afford. If you have nothing more to say, we can move on to the reason I sent for you.
What did you think about Richard Dunham's file?
Money that should be going to me seems to go missing whenever he touches it. Richard is far too important to me. I can't afford to upset him now. But if his research doesn't pay off soon, I won't hesitate to show him my disappointment.
Did you read Jara Drory's file?
I wish I'd never seen it.
There's too much I despise in it.
She never mentioned she was monitoring the Primogen's finances. Or this, Catapotis. What on earth is it?
I've got no idea.
It doesn't add up. It seemed important to her.
But she's not here to shed any light on it. Listening?
I've asked for your presence here because I have a new mission for you. Delson was able to track down the men who attacked us.
It wasn't easy, but it was impossible for them to disappear without leaving a trace after what they did yesterday.
Where are they hiding?
Long Island.
Yes, of course. An abandoned facility just off the coast. An old fort. It's the ideal place for a secret base.
And certainly much more. Who knows what they're up to out there?
How is it we didn't notice a thing?
They have abundant resources, and we're short on eyes.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the people responsible for the situation later. Our most pressing issue is preventing them from striking us again.
How?
You're going to go there and kill their leader.
As I've said before, you can count on me.
Good. That's what I was hoping you'd say. When the time comes, I won't forget to reward those who've been loyal to me.
I won't let you down. What's the plan?
They evacuated the bodies from the site of the party, which is how we were able to pick up their trail.
There's a small, nondescript warehouse at Jeffrey's Point. As far as we can tell, their transfers from Boston to Long Island are made by boat. To avoid drawing attention to themselves, they've chosen to employ only small craft. There are bodies packed in the warehouse waiting to be shipped over. Do you get the picture?
You want me to disguise myself as a body to be evacuated?
Exactly. All you have to do is stop simulating your vital functions for a few hours.
It's risky.
It's risky, but it's now or never. We might never get another opportunity. We have to try.
The last transfer is probably going to take place tonight. After that, there's no way of knowing when we'll get another chance.
And after that?
Once you're on the island, you'll be in uncharted territory. You'll be on your own.
Who is my target?
Walter Stanford.
He's the head of the Boston Task Force. He's part of what they call the Society of Leopold.
Someone else will take his place.
No need for you to worry about that for the time being. Your mission is to eliminate Stanford, and that's all.
Aren't you worried someone will tip off the SI? There's still a traitor among us.
The traitor's my department. You need to strike quickly, and don't let anyone know of your plans. We can't take the slightest risk.
All right. I've heard enough.
Very well. Then you should get going. We've already lost enough time.
Very well. My prince.
I'm guessing you tipped Pizori off to the traitor?
Yes.
Any news?
Nothing since Richard's report. My city is in danger. Everything I've built, all the dreams I've invested. That Judas is a threat to everything.
Not for long. You'll bounce back.
Yes. Congratulations on your negotiations with the Chantry. Our agreement with Hartford is crucial.
I almost didn't make it out. I could have ended up a guinea pig in their strange experiments.
Don't be ridiculous. We would have realized you'd gone missing soon enough. I would have sent someone to get you. Ugh, that's enough brooding. That's not why I brought you here. I have a new favor to ask of you.
What a surprise.
About what I told you earlier concerning Delson and Long Island. I've got a plan.
Oh, I know that look. Hazel.
This is the best moment to strike.
That sounds like the definition of rushing into things.
Yes, but we have no choice. Delson?
We need to blind them, from the inside. They know too much about it. We have to change that. For that, we need someone to hit them with a surprise attack from within their compound.
I wish that person luck.
It's you.
That's way out of my league.
Hazel's not asking for your opinion. You proved you were reliable with Hartford. We need your skill sets for such a risky and vital task.
That's precisely what's got me on edge.
It's your chance to prove to the court once and for all that you deserve a place on the council, MM. After this, you'll be untouchable.
I sure hope so. All right. How do I get on this island? By boat?
I doubt it. Coastline's under surveillance.
So I swim across. All right. What then?
Kaya's wrote a program that can help us. If you can upload it into their system, it'll corrupt all the data they've got in their database. Their systems, the archives, it'll all be lost.
Allowing us to cover our tracks.
It's our best shot at making it through this. You'll just have to insert it into a computer that's on their network. That's absolutely essential. Any questions?
So, let me get this straight. You want me to infiltrate the enemy base alone? The same enemies who just slaughtered half the camp.
Quit whining. You can have help.
Oh, really?
Your task will not be easy. You'll need a diversion while you sabotage their system. A raid near their base, for example.
That could work. Who will you send?
I refuse to sacrifice any more of our people. So we might as well send in the riffraff. The Anarchs could do the job.
Come again?
You heard me. I want you to go see them and convince them to go with you to Long Island.
You're trying to thin their herd.
I'm balancing the scales, that's all.
They can't stand us. They'll never agree to fight for us. Let alone on their own without us.
They don't have to know they'll be alone. Lead them to believe our forces will join up with them. The SI is a threat to the entire city. They're just as concerned as we are.
I'm not comfortable with the idea of sending them to be slaughtered. It's despicable.
It's just politics, and it's probably your only chance to come back in one piece.
What if I refuse?
I won't let you. Your conscience is of no concern to me. The only thing that matters is our survival. And too bad if it keeps you up at night.
The true face of the Camarilla. Right then. Let's say I agree.
You don't have a choice, but I'll humor you.
How am I supposed to go about it? I can't just go chasing down every Anarch I know to ask for their help.
There's only one Anarch that counts. Their Baron.
Randall Thane?
That's right. He's in charge of the various Anarch gangs in the region. I don't know where he is right now. You'll need to use your network.
I've got an idea of who I can ask. What can I use as leverage if they try to negotiate?
Money, favors. Offer them whatever seems useful.
All right.
One more thing. Don't tell anyone about your task, not even your sire. I don't want the council poking their noses into this. That will be all. I'm counting on you, MM. Be careful, and good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
There you are. I'm sorry I wasn't here to meet you when you got back. I was busy.
No worries.
I heard your little adventure with our guests was quite the success. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I was just about to go grab a bite. Join me?
Is that a question or an order?
Let's say it's a strong recommendation. One you can't really refuse.
That's what it sounded like. Please, lead the way.
Very well.
Is there something in particular you wanted to talk to me about?
Can't I simply offer you a drink without you reading something into it?
No.
All right, fine. Your new mission has been giving me pause to think.
I'm sorry, but I can't talk about it. Hazel made that exceedingly clear. If she thinks things are better like that, I believe her.
For God's sake, Amem, I'm your sire. You should trust me, not that snake in the grass.
Personally, I've never had anything bad to say about Hazel.
Unlike me. Is that it? You'd be singing a different tune if you knew what I know.
If I knew what?
Nothing. You wouldn't believe me anyways.
Fine. I'll just make your life miserable until you spill the beans.
Seriously?
You know how stubborn I can be when I want something.
Hazel's a smart woman. She knows what she needs to do to get what she wants. And she wants you.
That's going too far.
You think it's an honor, but you should really be worried. Hazel never does anything she's not sure she'll benefit from, which means she's got ways to make you bend to her will. She's careful to hide her secrets from you, safe behind her herald. Tonight could be your last chance to discover them. Very well, let's move on.
You sure seem ticked at the prince.
We've got different political views, that's all. It's rather healthy, actually. There's nothing worse than a council that's enthralled to its prince.
That I can believe. But it seemed like there was something else. What?
I'm worried about you, that's all. I've seen Hazel spin her web around other kindred. I'm worried she's doing the same thing with you.
Playing the cynic. I'd say you were just jealous.
I don't want her throne, Amem. I'm just fine where I am. But since you don't believe me, go take a look around. I'm sure you'll find the answers to your questions. Just a bit of friendly advice.
I gotta go. I've got stuff to do.
Just a sec. I know Hazel told you not to talk about it. But please, at least tell me where you're headed.
I already told you I can't. Quit harping on it.
Oh, you're passing up a precious ally, but fine. See you.
What game is she playing here?
You. Always you.
Oh. I don't really know how to take that. They're Quentin King's goons. The monsters who forced me into the blood bond. Hilda hasn't forgotten them. She's hunting them down. A direct route to the prince's apartments. April plays the guard dog. Didn't know Hazel was into music. Miley?
And then?
Miley. That you?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Shh. It's not important. How are you doing? I heard you almost didn't make it. I didn't think it was that serious. How are you holding up?
They destroyed my face. I have a hard time talking.
It's okay. It's okay. The bastards. Who the hell did this to you?
Incendiary bullet. Caught fire in seconds. My skin peeled off. My eye melted.
Okay, I think I get it. Ugh. You're gonna be alright, you hear? You're a fighter.
I won't tell Hazel. But you have to leave. She doesn't like visitors.
It'll only take me a sec. I understand better now why Dijon never mentioned his sire. Hazel's always one step ahead. Hazel had another child before Miley? Shit. I had no idea. Seeing as how it ended, I'm not really surprised. That explains why Hazel's holding off on Fang's embrace. Underwood. What a creep. Bazori is a loyal dog, and Hazel's got him on a short leash. Hazel said there was an accident, but it was actually an execution. If Leisha were to find out, so Hazel has her eye on my clubs. Ugh, politics. Always politics. What's her game? Is this how she thanks her allies? I should go. It's gonna be a long night. First, the Anarchs. But I have to find them first.